there's no way I could have got to this point, and for a long time, it was, just me, and an assistant. There's no way I could have got there if I wouldn't have taken these steps. Hey, welcome to Smart AF. I'm your host, Torie Mathis. We have got a great show for you today, so let's get started. You know what's super cool?
What's that?
I'm super proud of this. So we switched over to FreshBooks, which I really like, to do our invoicing, because I used to invoice through QuickBooks a long time ago, and I had to do it all by hand, like every month on the 1st. All of my reoccurring invoices I would do by hand. And so, I know, right? So I think it was about 6 years ago, I switched over to FreshBooks. And what's awesome is that at the bottom of the invoices page, it says how much I've invoiced. And we are at, $1 million.
Nice.
In the next. Awesome. And so the reason I switched over was to automate some of this and to be able to take credit cards all the time. Because before we did this, we were like, so many businesses that I see out there. And like I always say, it drives me crazy. I didn't take credit cards. Why? Because either there was fees attached to it, or I had to have a monthly service, or I didn't want to lose that 3%, and so many things. And I hear it all the time. But I never said I was going to charge my clients extra, because I think that that is a crappy business decision. So in the last 6 years, 3% on $1 million, you could look at that and say, I spent $30,000. Would that be right?
Yeah.
In credit card fees. And you might think, well, I would rather pocket that. But
that's assuming you'd have that money.
Well, assuming that you, right, because it is so much easier for clients to just be billed. Like, make it easy for your clients. Make it easy for them to give you money. The harder you make it, the harder it is. Like, it really, really is. I think that that was almost like a pivotal time in how our business was going and how it grew, that you like let go of that little shit and stop worrying about little stuff and taking all this important time to do these little things that you think you are the one that has to do. Like, I literally thought, like, I am the one that has to do these invoices every month. And there was no recurring on QuickBooks at the time. And so I would redo the invoice and I would email it out every single time. So by taking credit cards, by, leveling up my business and being able to, we spend a lot on FreshBooks too, but the amount of time it saved me, we were able to break $1 million.
But you got to hunt the payment, right? It's invoicing by hand is one thing, but then actually collecting the money, that's a whole nother kettle of worms, whatever that phrase is.
You got to wait for the check. And then, like, did they write the check? Like, if somebody can just, like, click a button and pay, again, you've made it easy for them. If you mean that, I have to wait for whoever writes the check, who does that every other Friday, and blah, 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 it stifles the cash flow in your business. And I see a lot of businesses, and I'm so surprised sometimes, retail type businesses, right? Or professional services businesses that charge extra or don't take a credit card. Like, these services are part of doing business.
2 ways to piss your customers off.
Charging them extra or saying that you don't take a credit card it doesn't.
What century do you live in? Like, like, whether you like it or not, like, that's what most people use.
And you might think, well, 3%, that's so much. Well, you know what you can do? Just a little bit. Like, they're not going to leave. Your clients love you. Like, you're doing a great job. They're not going to care about this percentage. Or you, like, bundle another product with your product so every customer's worth a little bit more. There's all these different things that you can do so that you can just up-level your business this much and make a huge difference in your business. Like, there's no way I could have got to this point, and for a long time it was, just me, and an assistant. there's no way I could have got there if I wouldn't have taken these steps to be more professional about the things that I was doing and put in some systems, because systems and processes that save time, and one of those is invoicing, one of those is taking credit cards, makes a huge difference in how your business runs. And so many, entrepreneurs, so many business owners want to like grab that control and think that they have it. That control makes them feel more important or feel more in control of their business. Like, you got to let some of these things go, and you have to pay the 3%. You're not going to like run a business with no lights on because it costs money. Like, it is a part of business.
It's a business expense.
It is.
In 21st century, that's part of the deal. Nobody likes it. It's like insurance. You don't want to pay for it, but you got to have it. And then if anything happens, you're glad you do have it. And it's the same thing with the credit card rate. Like, you're getting charged for it, but if people are giving you their card, that's a good thing. And I always mention, going to a restaurant and getting a burger and fries and a drink, right? I order a full meal, right? Whether it's fast food or at a sit-down restaurant. What do I want with it? Ranch.
This pisses Sean off more than anything.
I want some damn ranch on both my burger and my fries. It seems like half the time lately they want to charge me for that ranch. A little tiny cup of ranch. 50 cents. 25 cents. It's usually 50 cents. Which doesn't seem like much, right? But all it does is make me think that they are ripping me off for 50 cents. They could literally charge me $1 more for the entire meal and give me ranch. And I wouldn't be any of the wiser. So, for any of your business, whatever business you're in, absorb the charge somewhere else. Like, it's not that much of a deal or a big deal. And then don't even worry about it. Like, you're able to do more because of that. You don't need to itemize that stuff, because all they're going to do is see that you're charging them to use their credit card, a convenience fee, which is asinine. Like, I would be so upset. I go to the antique shop, right, and want to buy something, and I don't carry cash on me. Like, the only option I have is to pay for card. So now that $10 item is $10 plus tax plus 3%. Get out of here, man. That's no. Could have just asked a little bit more, and I pay my tax like every other good citizen, and I don't know the wiser. Like, it's only in your head that you're thinking you need to charge that extra for it. Maybe you just need to raise your price a little bit. Which then in turn means you're going to make more because you've raised your price. Plus you'll probably sell more because now it's easier. And then, going back to the customer satisfaction, it's going to be higher because you've made their life easier.
I know for us, it really did make it easier for our customers too, rather than them having to wait to pay us. If you make things easier on your customers, on your clients, they are going to be happy about that.
So the residual, or not residual, is it residual? Recurring, holy shit. The recurring invoicing. It's awesome to look at. Like, you can look at it way in advance that we just see, like, that money is going to get invoiced automatically, and then the money's going to roll in automatically. We're not lifting a finger. Like, why would you not want that?
So just a little bit of systems and a little bit of software, and not saying go waste a whole bunch of money on software that you don't need, because that is super easy to do. But things like invoicing software, things like being able to take a credit card at any time, being able to have your customers pay you easily and not nickel and diming them for convenience charges and ranch for their french fries, makes it different.
Yep. So go to TorieMathis.com/resources and see what was going to help your business.
If you want to get smart tools to build your business, go to besmartaf.com.